The last herb in this category of the endocrine system is Actaea racemosa, also called black cohosh, black snake root, and black bugbane, depending on what source you refer to. The part used is the root and the rhizome. This is one of our heroic herbs in Western herbalism. It is oxytocic, which means that it produces oxytocin, which is what's released during childbirth, and it's also antispasmodic. The systems are the endocrine, the reproductive, the urinary, and the nervous system. The taste is sweet, bitter, spicy, and the energy is cool. And we use this a lot in Western herbalism to facilitate labor, to help reduce pain from rheumatism, and also to help with the symptoms of menopause. In Chinese herbalism, we don't use this herb for any of those reasons. We use this herb in Chinese herbalism, one, to clear wind heat. So if someone has a wind heat infection, or we would use it for what we call the spleen qi deficiency, where the organs have started to prolapse. So we actually use this to keep all of our organs in place if we're prone to prolapse. After childbirth, a lot of times, women will sneeze and then they'll have a little bit of urine, or they'll laugh and they'll have a little bit of urine. And so this is really just to tone the organs of the reproductive system and the urinary tract. Some cautions when using Actaea though, and that would be avoid during nursing and pregnancy, except for the last 2 weeks of pregnancy. We don't want to use longer than 6-month intervals. If we use it for longer than 6 months, the actions start to be diminished and not work anymore, especially when we start thinking of things like hot flashes for menopause. And we always want to start with a fairly low dose because some people can get dizzy, nauseous, or develop headaches if the dose of this herb is too high. We would prepare it as either a decoction or a tincture. The difference between an infusion is if we just steep the herbs. A decoction we would use for more root and bark, so we're actually going to simmer the herbs, or we use it as a tincture. As a decoction, it's 3 to 6 grams, and as a tincture, 2 to 3 mils 3 times a day. So like I said, black cohosh used for all sorts of women's ailments from menopause, hot flashes, PMS, and also to facilitate labor. But in the old herbals, they really used it also as a muscle relaxant for rheumatism, bronchitis, and arthritis.